It's gonna be an adventure. Alright, first up, we're heading into the heart of Lawachara National Park. This place is the real deal. Dense jungle, incredible biodiversity. You can feel the energy as soon as you step inside. We're talking about hundreds of different species of birds, monkeys swinging through the trees. It's like walking into a nature documentary. Keep your eyes peeled, you never know what you might see. There are trails winding through the jungle, leading you deeper and deeper into the park. We even spotted some hoolock gibbons. They're an endangered species, and seeing them in the wild was just incredible. The air is thick with humidity, the sounds of the jungle surround you, cicadas buzzing, birds calling. It's an experience that makes you feel truly alive. This is what it's all about, connecting with nature, experiencing the raw beauty of the planet. Lawachara National Park is a must-see for any adventure seeker or nature lover. It's a reminder of the incredible diversity of life on Earth and the importance of protecting these precious ecosystems. Let's keep moving. We've got a lot more to see. Time to keep moving, we've got more adventures to find. This is it, the heart and soul of Srimangal, the tea gardens. Imagine rolling hills covered in vibrant green tea plants, stretching as far as the eye can see. The air is filled with the smell of fresh tea leaves, and you can see people meticulously picking the leaves by hand. We spent hours walking through the tea gardens, talking to the locals, learning about the process of growing and harvesting tea. It's incredible how much work goes into every single cup. From the planting and pruning of the tea plants to the picking and drying of the leaves, it's a labor of love. And the taste, let me tell you, there's nothing quite like a cup of freshly brewed tea, made with leaves that were just picked that morning. It's rich, flavorful, and absolutely delicious. We even got to try our hand at picking the tea leaves ourselves. Let's just say it's a lot harder than it looks. These workers are incredibly skilled and efficient. Being surrounded by the beauty and tranquility of the tea gardens is an experience I'll never forget. Alright, we're trading in the rolling hills for something a little different. The Madhabpur Wetland Sanctuary. This place is a haven for bird lovers, with over 200 species of birds calling this place home. We hopped in a small wooden boat and quietly glided through the waterways. The silence here is almost deafening, broken only by the calls of birds and the gentle splash of the oars. We saw kingfishers, herons, egrets, and even a few majestic eagles soaring overhead. It's a birdwatcher's paradise. The water is covered in water lilies, their delicate white and pink flowers adding a splash of color to the landscape. There's a sense of tranquility here that's hard to describe. It's a place where you can truly disconnect from the world and reconnect with nature. Madhabpur is a reminder that sometimes the most beautiful experiences are found in the quietest moments. Okay, we've seen the tea gardens, we've learned about the process, now it's time for the good stuff, tasting the tea. And there's no better place to do that than at the Nilkantha Tea Cabin. This place is famous for its 7-layer tea, and let me tell you, it lives up to the hype. Each layer is a different color created using different types of tea milk and spices. It's like a work of art in a glass. And the taste? Equally impressive. You get hints of sweetness, spice, and everything nice, all in one sip. We spent hours at the tea cabin sipping on different varieties of tea, chatting with the locals, and just soaking up the atmosphere. It's the perfect place to relax and unwind after a long day of exploring. If you're a tea lover, a visit to the Nilkantha Tea Cabin is a must. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you. Alright, time for a change of pace. We're stepping back in time at the Srimangal railway station. This place is a relic of the past, a reminder of a simpler time when train travel was the main mode of transportation. The station itself is a beautiful example of British colonial architecture, with its arched windows, high ceilings, and intricate details. We watched as a train pulled into the station, its steam engine hissing and puffing, transporting us back to another era. There's a certain charm to this place, a sense of history and nostalgia that's hard to find elsewhere. Even if you're not taking a train journey, it's worth stopping by the Srimangal railway station just to soak up the atmosphere and admire this piece of history. It's a reminder that even in a world that's constantly changing, there's still beauty to be found in the old and the traditional, and being rewarded with incredible experiences. Deep in the heart of Srimangal lies the Rimakalenga Wildlife Sanctuary, a place where nature reigns supreme. We're talking dense forests, winding trails, and an abundance of wildlife. This place is a haven for nature lovers and adventurers alike. We spent hours hiking through the forest, keeping our eyes peeled for any sign of movement, and we weren't disappointed. We spotted monkeys swinging through the trees, deer darting through the undergrowth, and even a few elusive leopards. The air is thick with humidity, the smell of damp earth filling our nostrils. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way. We even came across a group of elephants bathing in a muddy clearing. Seeing these majestic creatures in their natural habitat was an experience we'll never forget. Rima Kalenga is a reminder of the raw beauty and power of nature. Our journey through Srimangal takes us beyond the natural wonders and into the heart of the local culture. We're visiting the Madhabpur tribal village, a community that has preserved its traditions for generations. The village itself is a colorful tapestry of life. We were greeted with warm smiles, curious glances, and a genuine sense of hospitality. We spent the day learning about their way of life, their customs, their crafts, and their deep connection to the land. We watched as they weaved intricate fabrics, their hands moving with a skill that can only come from years of practice. We shared a meal with them, their traditional dishes bursting with flavor and spices. But more than the food, it was the company, the stories, and the laughter that made the experience so special. Visiting the Madhabpur tribal village was a humbling reminder of the diversity of cultures that exist in our world, and the importance of preserving them. As our journey through Srimangal draws to a close, we find ourselves seeking a moment of peace and reflection at the Srimangal Central Mosque. The architecture of the mosque is a stunning blend of traditional and modern design, with its towering minarets and intricate geometric patterns. Stepping inside, we're greeted by a sense of tranquility. The air is cool and quiet, a welcome respite from the heat and bustle of the city. We take a moment to sit in the main prayer hall, admiring the intricate calligraphy that adorns the walls and the beautiful stained glass windows that cast colorful patterns on the floor. The sound of the call to prayer echoing through the mosque is both haunting and beautiful, a reminder of the power of faith and the importance of community. Whether you're religious or not, there's a sense of serenity here that's hard to deny. It's a place where you can come to reflect, to find peace, and to connect with something larger than yourself. Adventures. Until next time, peace out.